Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In, Volume 2, Part 20. On my crackhead update, I seen one riding a bicycle and a couple walking around. I got to go to another part of Dallas to actually see them in full effect. You know what the routine is. Get your shanks out and let's ride. Had this guy at Ramsey unit. He was afraid of the dark. So every time they turned the lights was out at 10 o'clock. Back in the Texas prison, then it was mandatory at all prison units that lights go out at 10. Now you can keep your light on all night if you choose to. It's between you and your cell partner. This guy here could not have a cell partner. Wildcat took him to a psychiatrist, so they recommend that he be single cell. And he was allowed to keep his light on 24 hours a day. He was the only guy can do that. Unless you was a building tenant or a turnkey, they can keep their light on as long as they want to. Anyway, in a post, I gave a brief description of old Sambo Willie Bell. When I had first got the Ramsey unit, I'm not going into a lot of details because that's for another video. My first 2 weeks at Ramsey, I had a run-in with Captain Bad out in the fields. I knocked that crazy bastard off his horse with an Aggie. And I refused to put the Aggie down. So Willie Bell was a water boy. He worked on the water wagon. So he come running over there with a long wooden handle. So me and him started fighting with weapons. Eventually, they were shooting so much till I just gave up. But I made me a vow that I was going to catch him slipping one day, and I was going to get even with his Sambo ass. So they always needed outside trustees. You know, they really got to trust you real well before they put you working with the dogs and driving the tractors and the caterpillars and working without a guard around you with a gun. You can go and come at your leisure. You know, he's an old trusted fool. He ain't gonna run off. He ain't gonna escape. So they gave him a job working with the livestock. And we was going to work one morning. He lived on a different cell block than I lived on. We was going to work, and I look in one hole. There he is in one hole with us. So we standing there waiting on him. The field bosses get their guns and load them up and all that crap. We gotta wait till they ready for the squads to come out. Oh Lord, by we in one hole, he the first guard sitting there on his horse. And they lined up 1 hole, 2 hole, 3 on down the line. And that's how we lined up on the other side of the fence by work squads. Anyway, Red Rider said, "Oh, Willie Bell, tell him what I caught you doing this weekend." He said, "Oh, Major, I was just playing around." He said, "Shut up, you lying nigga. You know that ain't what you was doing. I caught you sucking that horse's ding-a-ling." He said, "I watched you." He said, "You jacked the horse off and everything. I was looking right at you. I'm just seeing the extent of what you was going to go to." He said, "I personally caught you myself. And tell me I'm lying." So he don't say nothing. All us in one hole, we looking at him crazy. No, nobody like this old sorry ass dude. He had been in Ramsey a long time. And old timers who work for the system, they'll bust them a little while, 2 or 3 weeks, because they know they the good old boys. They trust it, and they put him back in another good position. So he know he maybe have 2 weeks working with us at the most, and they're gonna give him another job assignment. So We loaded up on the trailers. I'm sitting, well, I'm a striker. I'm sitting at the end of the trailer. And I got Johnny Armstrong, he the lead row. He's sitting right across from me. So he looking at me, he look at Willie Bell. I just look off. I don't want this fool to know, man, you finna have a bad day. And I'm finna be the cause of it. You gonna have an extremely bad day. So we got off the trailers, got our work tools, and we chopping cotton. And I can get close to old Lord. Me and the water boy can. Nobody else cannot get close to this man without getting shot. And after we was working about 30 minutes, I'm so mad. I said, well, I'm going to get him before we go in for lunch. I didn't want to wait till that afternoon. If I'm going to get put in solitary confinement, I want to go ahead and get mine over with. To hell with it. So I ease up to old Lord. I say, oh Lord, you get me one of them axe handles off the water wagon. So he called the water boy over there and said, hey, bring me one of them axe handles. He handed it to him. He threw it over on the ground to me. I eased up behind this clown and went to work on him with that axe handle. I thought I had killed him. That's what happened when you're so mad. You throw all caution to the wind. You don't really know. You just striking out of anger. If I would have calmed myself down, I actually would have killed this dude. Cause that's what I was trying to do. I didn't get out and check his pulse or anything. I said, well, this fool is dead. Blood coming out. I done bust this fool head open 5 or 6 places. Even when he went down, I kept right on hitting him. I kicked him all in the face. I said, I know I done broke his jaw. Where his head was turned, I said, yeah, this fool dead. And Red Ryder didn't do nothing right then. But that afternoon, he told old Lord, he said, send old Lee in there to me. Old Lord don't write disciplinary. So the major personally took this up on himself. So I go in the office to disciplinary. I got a case for fighting an inmate with the weapon. The reason they gave me the case because they said he did not fight back. He didn't even have a chance. And by he was on their team, they gave me disciplinary. They gave me 15 days solitary confinement, 2 years good time, 30 days cell restriction. And immediately took me to solitary confinement. See, if an average person adopted the Israelis' policy of instant retaliation, everybody know they worse than Americans are. You do something to the Israelis, you get immediately retaliated against. They got a contingency plan. Just as way they are Secret Service, just is probably better than the CIA. They already got intelligence on you. They know where to strike you at. If people here did the same thing, there wouldn't be no need for all these marches. I guarantee you, respond in kind. And I guarantee you'll get a change. Every time you do something, you know it's gonna be a reaction. It ain't gonna be no going to court and all this crap and protesting and that don't even work. These people are still getting shot unarmed. Still doing it. Ain't nothing changed. Retaliation will change it, I guarantee you that. Okay, on to a more serious note. I asked a college professor once, how come humans are capable of horrific crimes? His response was, we are descendants of animals. In the wild, there are jungle cats and dangerous tigers and lions. It made sense to me up to a point. But I think there are many ways of sin, not just religion, as most refer to when something go bad. It's the devil, it's Satan at work, it's evil demons, etc. Americans need to attend a university to think critically about the history of religion and biology and humankind and history of civilization. Religion is just one way of looking at things, and there are many ways of seeing. Everything is open to interpretation. But in no American university is you taught that God created anything. They don't teach that. On no college level is you taught that. You're not taught that in elementary, middle school, high school. You're not taught that. You answer on an exam. They give you exam. The beginning of civilization. Just right on there, God created civilization. And see, don't you get an X? Wrong answer. You're not taught that in no American university at all. So actually, you committing heresy. In your subconscious mind, you saying, I read the Holy Bible, I read Genesis, and it says that God created the world in 7 days. But in a biology class or a history class, you're not taught that. So you're dealing with a double-edged sword. It's either it is or it's not. And America gives you that choice. That's why it has separation of church and state. Also, a chimpanzee possesses 99% human DNA, making them our closest relatives. Just 1% separate a human from a chimpanzee. They can even interchange body parts. So that has a valid argument. If you only see the world through your eyes, that means you're blind. There's so many aspects to everything in the world. You don't have all the answers. Most people will speak if they have ultimate knowledge. They don't. You see some of these literate people, they will argue you long and hard on religion because that's the only knowledge he has. He never studied early American civilization. Don't even know what I'm talking about. If you know a little bit, you get a little bit. If you know a lot, you get a lot. If you don't know a damn thing, you fill in the blank. That's the right answer. Like and subscribe. Keep your shanks ready, because we might have to ride on these fools at any moment. They're going to be getting desperate this weekend. Their money going to be ran out. They're going to be desperate. Standing all over the place with these cups in their hand talking about 50 cents. Y'all have a good day and thank you for watching.